what it takes to be an honest man, honest human being, and a fake man, a man of deception, a man that has just accepted success, making money, looking good is more important. So how do we approach this? Well, firstly, if we understand the popular point of view on social media, what sells to us is an image, and it's a self-image that is portrayed as success. It's a false perception of what looks good or what looks successful. But really, beyond the image, beyond this perception, there is emptiness. And how do I know that? Well, because I listen to what is being said. And if you hear these people on social media and how they sell themselves and how they promote self-image at any cost, you will hear that they really are not in touch with the honest, authentic self. And that is quite clear. Now, why are they not in touch with that? Well, an honest man would not sell himself because you don't wear a mask. You don't have to lie to yourself. You can look at yourself in the mirror and stay true to yourself. You don't fake your reality. You don't try to look good for fame, for money. So you don't sell yourself short, but instead you walk the path of being honest and true. This will require having courage and knowing the true path is the real path. We see that there is a certain image that is selling to the youth right now. And of course, any young man or woman will be confused to think that they are happy, they look successful, they are living their lives, and everything revolves around trying to be that. So these kids automatically fit into this confusing dilemma where they think that life is the life that they should strive for. But that life that they're striving for is fake and it's not real. And we must be very open about this. Now, let me bring you to the authentic real self, because this is not portrayed enough. Now, we go back in history, we can see there are many people that took on being true and not hiding behind a mask. I'll give you a great figure that most people know, Bruce Lee. Now, Bruce Lee would build his whole foundation around being true to oneself, being honest. Now, what foundation did Bruce Lee build? He built a whole martial arts system known as Jeet Kune Do, the way of the intercepting fist. Really, it's the love of martial arts. And Bruce Lee was a martial artist who was including the philosophia, love of truth in the art of fighting. So how does this connect to his martial arts? Well, check this. As a Jeet Kune Do instructor, the goal is to be simple, direct, and non-traditional, meaning not to hold on any preconditioned ideas, but to let go and to accept what is and to implement the principles. And these principles are philosophical, living simply, being more direct. This interplays with our life. So the martial art of Jeet Kune Do is to be a true version of yourself. And how that connects with him being honest to himself, well, he created a financial living of being true to himself. And that is the power and the beauty of being true to yourself. Now, if we can somehow do that in our daily lives, where we can be true to ourselves and not sell ourselves and build a business, a foundation, family and friends around this, then you will know what it takes to have real relationships. Because a real relationship is not one that looks good on social media. A real relationship is when you are being honest, direct, and true. It's up to us to bring this honesty to our system, to our world, so that we encourage our kids to be honest and not to be afraid of it. So they are not confused with the false perception of image and a mentality of looking good at any cost. For as long as I look good, for as long as I make money, I am happy. or this is not true. And most of these people know that, and they are not being true to themselves. And they hide that, they suppress that, they ignore that. But on the other hand, when you're honest to yourself, you don't ignore these things. You see them for what they are. You hear them for what they are. You become sensitive to what is, and you engage with what is, truly, authentically. And this is why we must encourage our children to be honest, to understand the strength we gain from being true and honest. Well, that's the message that I wanted to speak about today. And if you go in history, you can see many authentic individuals that thought about things collectively as well as being a great individual. As Bruce Lee did, he created a martial art where every practitioner who loves the art of fighting and philosophy can practice this self-exploration as he would devote himself to. And we can do that with many arts and many businesses and many organizations. So have hope there and be creative and use your honest ability to build this power for your family, for your friends, for your community. Thank you, and I'll see you soon.